Hey everybody, welcome back to MACkiteboarding.com. Foil Fridays. Today I'm going to talk to you about a pretty special foil lineup for 2023, and that is the North Sonar foil system. So that's what this is. I've got the carbon series mast and fuselage out here with the 850 HA and the 1050 HA. These are some of my favorites in testing the full line, and I'm going to talk to you about this system and what's so special about it in this video as well as my review. All right, so there's a few things that set the Sonar apart from other foil systems, and I think for a lot of people, you know, North might be coming a little late to the game in foils, but they are catching up ground fast. Their design team is really phenomenal. Obviously, they have a lot of good names out in the industry for their design team, but also their testing, pro team, R&D, and I've really been impressed with their new series of foils. Now last year they had a great system as well, but you could say that maybe some of the designs could use a little refining, but the system itself is really phenomenal. So what I have here is the carbon CF85 with the carbon fuselage and the HA series wing, which stands for high aspect. And we got the MA series wing here, stands for medium aspect. And these are two of my personal favorites for testing, the 1050 MA and the 850 HA. These are ones that I use regularly in my quiver. The 1050 HA is very surfy and fluid, easy to ride. Excellent kite foil as well. Surprisingly fast for its size and aspect ratio, actually. And then the 850 HA is one that I really love to use on the really good winging days out there where you got good wind, good fun waves, and you just have adequate power to do whatever you want. That 850 HA is going to give you all the performance you need, all the speed you need, all the glide. That thing is insane. And it also works really phenomenally for wing kite foiling. When I take my wingboard out with a kite in really light winds, that thing is crazy efficient, helps you build a ton of apparent wind. So I use it a lot for that as well. So anyways, the series, Sonar series, everything is compatible, okay? I know that's really refreshing to hear if you're familiar with the foil industry. That means all the carbon stuff fits with all the aluminum stuff. All the aluminum stuff fits with all the carbon stuff. So if you want to put a carbon fuselage on an aluminum mast, you can do that. If you want to put a carbon mast on an aluminum fuselage, you can do that. You can put any of their wings on any of their fuselages, any of their masts, and you're ready to go. So the whole lineup is game if you have one foil, and you can add and adjust it any way you want. Another thing that's really neat for this year, it's new, is they got some different stabilizers. So this was the 270, this is the middle one. They also have one that's bigger than this. They have one that's smaller than this at 210. The 270 works really well on the 1050 and the MAs, and on the 1050 HA as well. You know, for lighter winds where you want a little more lift and stability. But the 210 is really the premier wing, or stabilizer, I should say, for those days where you really want to get freaky, turning and hitting those top speeds as much as you can. That's going to allow you to do that with a smaller stab, less drag, more maneuverability, and just really go crazy. They've got a couple of stable fuselages in terms of length in both aluminum and carbon. They have a 600 and a 700 millimeter, so that's you can adjust to your heart's content. And yeah, just depending on what foil and stabilizer you're using, I might use the 600 or the 700, or just the way I want to ride that day. So it's really nice to have those options. All right, so the system itself, one thing I've been really impressed with this year is just the fitment of the system. Everything is crazy tight. Like this connection here between the mast and the fuselage, this conical connection, is just so freaking tight. And that just makes it that much stiffer and more responsive, but also more stable when you're out there riding. And that's true for both the aluminum and the carbon, but the carbon especially is just super Loctite solid in that fuse mast connection. And it's really something I think kind of sets this foil apart maybe from some other ones in the industry. Since it's conical, even as it wears down, years from now, you know, maybe a little friction, wear it down, it's just gonna keep seating deeper and still fit tight. So that's really cool. The last thing I'll note about these foils is what you get for the price is really phenomenal. The aluminum, but especially in the carbon, if you do a price comparison, carbon to carbon across a few different brands, you're gonna find North is one of the best bargains in the market. And I'm here to tell you it's not because it's cheap carbon or not as good. This mast is one of the best carbon masts I've tested. It is rock solid. It is super stiff longitudinally and in torsion. And it's really fast, no whistle out of the box. So I've been really amped on their stuff. As you can tell, all the gear comes with its own cover. And it also comes with a really handy travel bag if you're buying a complete. I don't have that with me today, but really nice padded travel case. So that's an extra bonus too. Saves you a lot of money on buying extra cases and covers and all that and trying to find the right one. So anyway, that's the North Sonar foil series. Some of my favorites are the 850 HA and the 1050 MA. 1050 is a bit more surfy, a little looser in the rolling it turns. Really good for prone foiling as well. The 850 HA is a speed machine, a gliding machine. It's just gonna connect waves till your heart's content. Pumps really well. Actually has a really impressive turning ability for such a wide wing. And the ability to breach this wingtip, like 8 to 10 inches, is just unreal. You don't even feel it. So really amped on the North foils this year. If you have any questions about them, you can reach out in the comments section below. Call the shop, email the shop, do the live chat thing. We're here to help you out, help you pick out the one that's right for you. So we'll talk to you soon and have a great day.